We've got a great question from one viewer, Linda. She has a 130-year-old farmhouse with some design dilemmas. The living room has 3 doors and odd-sized windows. Linda wants to add some texture to one of the walls, but she doesn't know which one. But what caught our attention is that she wants to mount the TV in the corner. And she wants to install a corner fireplace. What are we always talking about on the show?
I'm crying.
He's getting upset. It's okay. So we're always saying no, don't put things in the corner. So I'm interested to hear what your advice is to her. And we've got like the whole crew out to answer this question, which is amazing treatment.
This is going to be great. This is going to be great. So the first thing is I think that the existing furniture that she had, scale and proportion is going to be really big here. And I think the size of the furniture, the scale and proportion of the furniture is not really conducive to the space itself. Okay. There are a lot of angles, there's juts in the walls, the windows are, like she said, are oddly shapen. She has 3 doors because she said that this possibly was an old schoolhouse at one point, which I think is kind of a cool thing, but let's play to it. So let's look at the rendering that we did. We've totally flipped the room. So she had the sofa on one side, we've done to the other side, and what I want to say first of all is, because it's such a heritage home almost, and it's kind of a 130-year-old home, I wanted to keep the furniture somewhat period. So I've done mid-century modern, because mid-century modern will have a great scale and proportion, but also a nod to the past. Okay, so let's look at what we've done here. We've done the sofa on the opposite wall. It feels a lot better. The scale and proportion of the arms, if we look closely at the chairs to the right, it has a little bit of like a rawhide leather, which is nice, and it's a nod to farm, farm and farming. We did the fig leaf in the back, and then of course to the left, your right, we see the daybed chaise. Now what I've done here, the reason that I did a daybed chaise here was because she has that door that enters into her kitchen, which we can see is open here. I wanted to keep something airy, not blocking the access point. And then across the way, get rid of that corner fireplace. No. Not allowed. Not allowed.
Sorry, Linda.
We've redesigned a fireplace for you. So we've done a custom fireplace for you, which we can see here. We've done a beautiful panel top and then a really nice black hearth, which will really give a nice grounding point to it. Now your TV can either be recessed right into the wood or can sit above it.
Ooh, that is so nice.
All right.
So going back to the pictures of what she has right now, we talked a little bit about scale and proportion with Shai. Diane and Rachel have suggestions for you as well as for how you might want to reconfigure what you have in your space to make it look a little bit better, more pleasing to the eye, right?
Yeah, I think we want to clean up the walls a little bit in terms of the art. But before we even tackle the art, we want to look at the windows. Okay. So in this photo here, so Rachel's going to draw. Try your best. I'm going to talk. So we've got this window. It's a great spot, but it needs to be bigger. It needs to match in height to the other window in the room. So let's widen those drapes, make it more grand. Even if you have to fake it and put the drapes outside of the frame, higher, make it more grand, right?
Yeah, then we'll be able to pare down the art. We can get rid of the 2 pieces on either side and look for larger pieces in the room.
And then behind the sofa in this photo anyway, we've got a couple small pieces that are staggered. Take that away and just make one big clean piece of art. Let it pop, something colorful, whatever you like, just clean it out.
And bring it a little bit down to relate to the sofa.
Right,
yeah,
so you've got your art on eye level, you've got a big piece. We've talked a lot about accents on the show. Yeah. This is a place to have some fun and go bold.
Yeah, bring in color.
And bring in some color. We say all the time, it doesn't matter if your window's this big.
Yes.
Your drapes can be this big.
Open it up. Make it fake it. Fake it. We always fake it, right?
Fake it till you make it.
But now, just one of the key points when you're hanging art, a good rule of thumb is 60 inches off of the floor to the center of the art. Okay. It's called museum height, so it's a good comfort zone to start with.
It's going to feel lower than you feel comfortable with,
because you're not.
but it's right.
Okay, so looking at the second photo, a lot of little hits of things. So let's clean it up. Yeah. And then beside the doorway where that clock is, you're going to draw that. We're going to do 2.
Group it together.
Group it together, 2 groupings of art. Again, something cool that you like, and then that allows you to eliminate the other pieces. And then we have that sconce over on the right-hand side. So there is a window on that wall flanking sconces. Let's make those sconces bigger. Right. Let's make them grand, maybe 2 lights per sconce, and then even if you can lower them a little bit.
And something with a longer arm at the bottom will bring it down to that 60-inch level there, because they're a little bit high. Yeah.
Finally, we're going to talk about paint color. Janette, I know you have some advice in this respect. We have a picture of the paint color that she currently has in the space. It's sort of a darker, moody color. What are your suggestions?
I love this color, just not in this space.
Okay.
So I had a little fun, because this is 130 years old, so I thought I would go with Benjamin Moore Moor Silver Fox.
Ooh.
And it's nice and neutral. It's going to make the furniture pop more, the artwork. We're going to carry it all the way up to the ceiling to make those moldings disappear a little bit. And then we're going to paint out our frames with Benjamin Moore Lacy Pearl.
Nice.
So those doorways aren't such a, like your eye's not always drawn to them. And to add that touch of texture, I would keep the Silver Fox and get paintable wallpaper on one wall. So you've added texture, but we're keeping that nice neutral color going.
Oh my gosh, that's absolutely gorgeous, and still staying true to the fact that this is a 130-year-old place. Thanks so much, guys.